Hey, if y'all know what I do on a Monday. Y'all know what I do on a Monday. Get y'all tails here. All right. Sorry, I had to get Instagram up and moving. Come on, man. Where y'all at on YouTube? It's Monday. It's Monday. It's Monday. It's Monday. Good morning, Zykia. Hey, I gotta cut these little ends off of here, bro. I was gonna do it last night in training. I gotta cut these little ends off, bro. These little ends gotta go. Them little ends gotta go, Zakia. Good morning, Jessica. I shouldn't have did that like that, but it's cool. It's just hair grow back. What's up, y'all? Hey, I was gonna put my little lashes on and stuff and try to get cute to it for y'all. But listen, I was like, no, I got a word to deliver today. I don't care about none of that. I just ain't had time, sis. She said, where the curls? Listen, I'm gonna drop these after. I've been busy this morning, y'all. It's Monday. Good morning, Franchise K. Hey, it's Monday, and I woke up on fire today, okay? I got up, I meditated, I went to the gym, I took my NRG. Like, I just feel good. I feel extremely good today, okay? So, I was like, you know what? On the way home, I was like, am I going to put some lashes on? I'm about to take this hair out. Then I was like, no, I'm not doing that right now. I'm about to get on here, and I'm about to deliver this word, and then I'll get cute after that if I feel like it, you know? So this morning, y'all getting a good raw me. If you know me, I just love me some me. Lashes without lashes. Hair done, no hair done. This is just me. I love it. I ain't smoking today. I got my little hookah pen. That's the only smoke y'all gonna get today. We ain't smoking on this Monday, this lovely Monday. We're gonna give God our pure, uninfluenced body today. Okay? So, anyways, y'all, it's Monday. And today's word of the week, if y'all don't know, y'all know we got the words of the week now. This week, we are talking about worship versus worship, right? Worship versus worship. Sounds crazy, but that's what we're talking about tonight. All right, or today. So, I'm very excited about this. The reason why I'm very excited about this is just off of the strength of we all go through both of these. We should, right? One of them is never going to stop and the other one should never stop. You know what I'm saying? So, let me see if I wrote that down. Oh, hold on. Hey, I hope y'all ready. Some of y'all might not be ready. Some of y'all might think like, oh, she ain't smoking. I can't hear this word. I hope that y'all ready for this word I got for y'all. Okay? So first things first, like I said, we're talking about worship with an A versus worship with an O. Okay? And as y'all know, God actually gave me these subjects like a month ago when I first was switching over to this to Bible and Blunts on Instagram, which was beginning of May. So all of these words were pretty much picked out ahead of time. God told me what he wanted me to talk about ahead of time. Okay? So let's get into it. I know that y'all kind of hip to me by now, so y'all know how I gets down. Y'all know I'm coming with the definitions off rip. Good morning, Lexi Love. Good morning, Queen Neek. Everybody, please share this with 5 people. 5 people. Something that I feel like we kind of lacking in on my platform. This is me asking y'all this, is sharing the word for real. I do feel like y'all are getting the word, but one thing about God is that He needs the word paid forward. He don't want it to be selfish. He don't ever want us to be selfish. Like, He don't want me to get this knowledge and keep it to myself. And the same go for you. So if you're not going to deliver the word personally, the least you can do is allow me to deliver the word. So if you are on here, I really, really, really ask from the bottom of my heart that you share this live with at least 5 people. You cannot be scared to share the word of God because He knows your heart. He's monitoring your heart. So the moment that you hear me say, share this live, and then you say, no, I'm not going to share it, that's literally, and I'm not trying to guilt trip y'all. I'm telling y'all from experience. There's so many things that I watched, and I know I should have shared it with people. I know that other people needed to hear it. So in this moment, I am personally asking y'all to share this live to 5 people. The number should move. We only got 10 people total right now. 6 on YouTube and 4 on Bible and Blunts. Nah. We got to get the numbers up because we got to get the word out. Okay? I don't care if they follow me. We got to get the word out. All right? So let's get into it, y'all. First things first. Let me send this live. Oh, I ain't got my other phone. See, normally I go send the live, but I need y'all to send this live. Anyway, so let's get into it. If you know, you know, I'm going to start off with the definitions, right? And I want to start off with the definition of worship with an A. Okay? So when I looked up the word worship with an A, it's a ship equipped with weapons and designed to take part in war at sea. Okay? So warship with an A is a ship equipped with weapons, and it's designed to take part in war. Okay? And then worship with an O. Hey, y'all better get ready for this. Worship with an O is the feeling or expression of reverence and adoration. Adoration, you know, you adore them. For a deity or deity, however you pronounce that word. A person. Okay? So I was like, ooh, worship. So let's just start with worship with an A. With an A. A ship equipped with weapons and designed to take part in war. Listen, y'all. This is us. We are literally a ship equipped with weapons and ready to take part in war. See, but the problem is we think that we really need weapons. We don't. The only weapon that we need is God. We are fully equipped, y'all. When I read this, I was like, oh, a ship equipped with weapons and designed to take part in war. God literally created us with everything we need to get through the war that we're going to go through. Okay? Literally. We are the ships. A ship equipped with weapons and they're designed to take part in war. War happens every day. See, sometimes we think of war and we think about World War I, World War II. But what we don't realize is we go to war every day. A war is a battle. A battle. Okay? Every day we're going to get hit with the battles. Every day. Every day. That's what sometimes we don't understand that. But this is a continuous battle. Life is literally a continuous war. No matter what point of life you're in, it doesn't matter how much money you get. It don't matter how many people that you know that's this and that. None of that matters. Every day. Okay, some days are going to be good. Every week you're going to get at least one battle. Some battles are going to be smaller than others, but every week God is going to give you a battle. Okay? And the reason why is because He already know that we are a warship. We are a ship. We are equipped. He have equipped us with everything we need to go to war. Okay? I didn't know this is where you were going with the message. Okay? Right? We are already equipped. So then when I went on to worship with an O, the feeling or expression of reverence and adoration for a deity. Okay? So then I said reverence. Let me look and see what reverence means. Y'all know I don't play about words. Like, I'm big on words. I like knowing what I'm saying and what it means, and I need y'all to know what it means. Okay? So if to worship means to feel or express reverence, right? And to adore something. I said, what does reverence mean? So I looked up reverence. And reverence means deep respect for someone or something. Deep respect for someone or something. So this means the feeling, so worship, to worship, right, with an O. It means to feel or express deep respect for someone or something. Okay? That's what it means. For something. And I should have looked up deity, but I believe that just means like someone in power, or just someone, right? So the feeling, okay, so worship with an O is the feeling or expression of deep respect for someone or something. Okay? So then the next bullet point that came to mind was that when you're at war, you have to worship. When you're at war, when you're in a battle, right? When it's time to go against the enemy, when it's time to go against yourself, when it's time to go against that lack of confidence, when it's time to go against depression, when it's time to go against stress, when it's time to go against anxiety, when it's time to go against the abuse, when it's time to go against, which is war, you have to worship. You have to show deep respect. You have to show God that you respect him. Do y'all hear me? This is real spill. When you are at war, you have to worship. Worship means the feeling or expression of deep respect for someone. So when he's putting you in these battles, when you feel like you're at war, when you feel like you're back against the wall, when you feel like you literally do not know what to do, right? You got to show deep respect. You have to. You have to. It is written. When you're at war, you have to worship him. Those moments when your back is against the wall, you need to tell God, I respect you, God. I love you, God. Thank you, God. Hello? I respect you. Thank you for putting me up against this battle. I know I can count on you. You got to worship him. See, some of us think worship is just reading the Bible. Some of us think reading the Bible is just worship. It's the feeling or expression. The feeling or expression. When you express something, it makes some noise. People hear it. People feel it. When you express yourself to somebody, they hear you. Okay? When I express to Charles how I feel, I can't express that from reading. I have to tell him. When somebody tell you to express yourself, you speak. You talk. You make some noise in that thing. Okay? Some of us express ourselves in some ways that we probably shouldn't. But you make some noise. Okay? When you express. So I need us, sometimes we skip over words. We cannot skip over this. Worship is the feeling or expression of deep respect for someone. It says the feeling or expression of reverence. Reverence means deep respect for someone or something. Okay? So in the moments when you know you're in war, you know you're at battle, you know that you can't figure it out, you have to worship him. You have to start letting him know the respect you have for him. Off rip. It don't matter how it feel. It don't matter how it look. You have to worship him. Okay? Please, y'all. We got to worship him. We get in these situations and we just allow it to drown us. When you go to war, imagine if the people in the military that's protecting our country, it's a real war. It's a real war. Right? And, the opponents is there. And they pop up. Good morning, Shantae. And they strapped and loaded, they ready, they ready. Imagine if our soldiers said, "No, I'm cool. Uh-uh." I didn't know y'all was gonna have me doing all that. Like, I know we was practicing and stuff. I know we've been practicing, but I didn't know that this was what war was gonna be like. Like, I didn't know that war really came with like all of this. Like, I didn't know that I was gonna have to really battle. Imagine if our soldiers did that for real. We'd be messed up. So why are you doing that? Why, when you go to war, you throwing the towel in? Why are you prepping? Why are you prepping? It don't make sense to read the Bible. It don't make sense to pray. It don't make sense to ask God and ask God and ask God. But then when he put you through war, when it's time to go to war, when it's time to show that you are equipped, remember y'all, warship with an A is a ship that's equipped with weapons and designed to go to war. So if you've been equipping yourself and God is giving you all these tools, God is giving you all this wisdom, God is literally sending you everything you need to equip you, why when it's time to go to war, you fold? Why? That's not, it don't read. You think them soldiers go through boot camp so they can fold when it's time? No. They got a signed contract, like they signing their life away. So when you start walking with Christ, you got to really think about it like that. Oh, I'm telling him, oh, I know I'm a soldier. Oh, okay. I know I'm ready, God. Yeah, let's go through boot camp. That's how we got to think of this. When we're going through this journey and we're linking with God, we're connecting with God, we reading our Bible, we watching our sermons, we praying, we meditate, we're doing these things. We have to start thinking about it as God is equipping us for war. Warship with an A is a ship that is designed and equipped for war. God is equipping you. He is giving you the equipment. We already designed for war. He designed us to be soldiers. Okay? And he knows that we're going to go to war. Like that, you can't go through life without battles. War is a battle. You can't get through life without one. We start battles at a very young age. My baby has autism. Okay? He 3. Battles start out the gate. Out the gate. God already know. Okay? That we're going to have to go to war. So he equips us. Right? But the thing is, you have to be willing to be equipped. You have to ask God for the equipment. You got to ask God for the equipment. See, he gave us the equipment. But sometimes, you know how, like, have y'all ever, like, been putting something together? And you like, oh, okay, I'm about to put this bed together. Da, 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 da. And you didn't buy the tools because you already knew you had a screwdriver at home. Right? But then, when it's time to put it together, you don't know where that screwdriver at. You don't know where it's at. You know you have it. You know because you put something else together. You just had your screwdriver. But you don't know where it's at. That is how life works. You already have the equipment. But you have to ask God to show you where it's at. Okay? God, I know you equipped me, but show me where the equipment is at. Show me where the confidence is at. Show me where the strength is at. Show me where the courage is at. Okay? Those are your tools. Those are your weapons. Okay? When it says equipped with weapons, it says a warship is equipped with weapons and designed for war. Okay? Your weapons, they already in you. Like, God ain't gotta, like, bring you no guns. That's the difference between, like, a real soldier and us. We don't even need guns. We don't need none of that. But we do need God to show us what's inside of us. Show us where the equipment is at. Because some of our equipment is pretty rusty right now. Some of our equipment needs some oil. Okay? Think about that. You ever seen a bike and you be like, oh, that chain. I don't know about y'all, but when I was young, I remember chains on a bike. And you had to put oil on them. It didn't, when it got rusty, it doesn't mean the bike just doesn't work anymore. It's just a little rusty. You gotta put some oil on it to grease it back up. To get it flowing right. You're like, okay. I like this. Here we go. Your bike might even stutter a little bit. It's not that the chain don't work. Don't get me started on oil again. Don't get me started on the oil now. Y'all know I went crazy on the oil last week. But you need a little oil to keep it going. To keep it smooth. Right? That's literally how we work in the equipment that God put inside of us. It's not that you don't have the strength. It's not that you don't have the courage, the confidence, the wisdom, all of that. You have it. But some of us is so rusty right now that it almost seems like it's not there. And you're getting to a point where it's like, yeah, I hear Rory. I hear this person. I hear that person. I hear TD Jakes. I hear Michael Todd. I hear Eric Thomas. I hear Larry. I hear these people. But, where's mine? Right? I love that. My sister said you're going to have to pedal harder for it to work. When things get rusty, it takes a lot more for them to work. Ooh, that just hit me in the chest. This is why you got to keep the oil. You have to stay covered in God. You got to keep yourself good and anointed. Okay? So that he can continually keep you oiled, keep you greased. There's no problem. There's no stutter in your shine. There's no stutter in your show. When it's time to go to war, you good and ready. You fully equipped. So when you go to war, when you have to be a worship, you're able to worship him. See, it's hard to show respect for other people and to worship God when you're in such a dark place that you feel like even God can't pull you through. Lord. It's hard. When you don't really know him, you don't know which oil you got to use. Okay? You don't know what the heck is going on here. It's hard. But the more and more you do it, it's kind of like going to the gym. When you first go to the gym, you're going to be sore, baby. And you know what's crazy is this. Let me tell y'all something. I just worked out for 7 weeks straight. Took a week off. Right? So then I go back. I'm like, I probably ain't going to be able to, I just took a week off. But no. Those 7 weeks made it okay for me to take that week off and bounce back. Right? This first time back don't feel like the first time back 9 weeks ago. Right? Because I only took a week off. But way back, when I first started, I had took like a month off. I took a month off in March. So when I started in April, or the end of March, it was, baby, it was hard. But this time when I went back, I actually did longer on the Stairmaster than I did when I was working out for 7 weeks. Because I was already equipped still. My muscles were still there. Yeah, I took a break. But I was still equipped. The oil didn't get rusty. My bones wasn't rusty. I didn't get weak. I didn't get overweight. Right? Just took a little break. So some of us take a little break, and that's okay. Long as you come back, God's going to be right there to give you that oil you need. And that's what we have to remember. Sometimes we think if we take a break, it's a wrap. I ain't talked to God in about 2 weeks. I know he ain't going to hear me. I ain't talked to God in a year. He ain't going to hear. This is the beauty with God. No matter how long you take off, he going to oil you right on up. You know how with some stuff you got to wait. You got to wait in line. You miss your appointment, you got to wait another month before you can get into the doctor. You miss a coaching with me, you might have to wait a week till your next coaching. Right? But the beauty with God, because he's already inside of you, as soon as you get to looking, he going to be like, hey, let's go. My baby back. Let's get it. Right? I don't know about y'all, but I went to college. When I came home from college, my family used to be so happy. They loved it. My auntie always cooked me some spaghetti and chicken. I didn't eat chicken and spaghetti when nobody else cooked it, right? But when my auntie cooked it, I loved it. And every time I came home from college, they was geeking. It was never like, no, you've been in college for 2 months. You ain't called us. Because they appreciate the fact that I'm here now. Okay? Like my daddy. Me and my dad, I dogged my dad for some years. Right? Couldn't stand the nigga. Ugh, couldn't stand him. But then God did a work on my heart. Right? And once we was able to just merge, we didn't sit and talk about the time that was missed. Because we appreciated the fact that we're here now. And this is how our God is, y'all. He appreciates the fact that you here now. I forgot about that, Ashtia. That mean this word for you, sis. I completely forgot about that. He hear you when you don't even say nothing. LOL, he hear you say that. He think, dang, what she think I'm mad for? I only told her she needs to do so and so. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. So, when you at war, I need y'all to really hear this right now. Because y'all need to hear this right now. When you're at war, when your back is against the wall, when you are stressed, and you are depressed, and you are anxious, and you're lacking that confidence, and you're just not feeling like you, that is right. When you're going through those things, that means God has done everything he could to get your attention. And now he had to put you in a position to where you can only lean on him. Okay? So when y'all are starting to be in war, when you're going through these battles with yourself, okay? Because most of the time it's literally battles with yourself. I'm being straight up with y'all. A lot of the time, the battles that we go through is with ourselves. So when God put you in a place where you can't pick yourself, when you can't figure it out, and Charles can't figure it out, my mom can't figure it out, my grandpa can't figure it out, my granddad can't figure it out, that is God crying out for me. He's putting you in a situation where you can't lean on your own understanding. You gotta lean on him. He like, all right, she ain't getting it. I know what to do. And next thing you know, it starts to feel like your life is going downhill. The reason, man, listen. Woo, I heard this weekend in church, and it said, yesterday, he said, once you feel like you're good, like if you ever feel like I'm good, I made it, I don't need to work anymore, God is no longer inside of you. Because God never stops working on his children. He never stopped working on his children. So the moment you notice you stop working and you stop progressing and you stop growing, you need to get to crying out for God. ASAP. Anybody that just feel like I'm good. All right, bet. Because that means you no longer feel like you need him for anything. You just need to stay afloat. And he like, no, because I got them over here waiting on you. But you still got some things to fix. You still have some things to fix. So one thing about God is that he never stops working on his children. And if you at a point where you just think you just got it figured out, baby, go to God. Okay? Go to God. So, I didn't even notice I had this. The definition of war. A state of armed conflict between different nations or states. Woo! Y'all know my wordplay. I'm real big on words. Okay? A state of armed conflict between different nations or states. Armed conflict. Okay? Armed conflict. Worship, right, mean to be equipped with weapons. So if war mean armed conflict, what's your weapon gonna be? Armor. What's your armor gonna be? When you at war, it says armed conflict. You not even in war if you ain't got no armor. You foolish. You are no battle. It's no battle. It's no nothing if you don't have any armor. Like I just told y'all, God, they ain't had no guns. He don't care about none of that. Your armor needs to be him. The best armor you can have is God. You don't believe it? Go back a few months when we did our very first Bible and Blunts fast. Okay? Right? And when we did that, he brought us to a scripture where I think it was David. It was somebody. Listen, the Bible is getting too extensive to me. I'm reading way too many verses that I just be forgetting the names. I just tell y'all the stories and y'all tell me the names, okay? Because I'm not here to be giving y'all nameplate. I got to give y'all what I got, the principles, okay? So I think it was David. Whoever had red hair, right? So he was finna go to battle. And the crazy part, so the part that we read, it ain't really break it down. But when I started doing my research, and I think I might do a voiceover over this, they was trying to play him because he was young. He had red hair. They kind of looked at him like a joke. They like, what? They looking for people to go to war? I think it was Goliath. I think he was about to go against Goliath. And they were looking for people to go to war. And he like, I'll do it because God had already spoke to him and said, I need to use you. So he already knew that he had to be equipped because he had already been connecting with God. He was already equipped. When you're equipped, let me tell y'all something. When you lean on God, he's going to equip you. And the thing is this, you don't have to wait till you're already at war when you equip with God. When you're equipped with God, when you're armed with God, he'll even send you a little signal first. Like David already knew he was finna have to go to war. He already knew. He didn't know how he was going to win, but he knew that God had already spoke to him and said, I got you. Just step up and I'm going to handle it. And they tried to play him. The king tried to play him. He was like, no. When he first stepped up, he said, I got it. He said, no. And he said, then he went to the next person that he thought was the strongest, and that nigga was hiding. He was like, man. And he's looking around for all of his first lines of armor. See, some of y'all have a first line before God. You going to your man and your grandma and your cousins before you going to God. And you looking foolish like the king did. He looked foolish when he was going to all these people. And he had somebody right here that's fully equipped. It don't matter what it looked like. Okay, just because you can't see God or feel God don't mean he ain't there and ready. I need y'all to really get this word today, bro. Okay? So they played with him. And even David didn't know. He didn't even know really how he was going to win the war, but he knew he had God. They trying to give him all these guns. He like, no, well, not guns, but y'all know what I'm saying. They trying to give him all this stuff. And he said, nah. He said, give me 5 stones. If y'all know, this was when I knew God was really working inside the Bible and Blunts. With that first fast, and then he took 5 stones, and then somebody had a dream about me that it was going to be 5 people in this White House. And then, y'all, we did our first link up for 360, and it was 5 girls in that house, and the house was super bright. It was 5 girls in there that finished the fast. God showed me. Like, that gets deep, and some of y'all kind of missed it, but that was amazing, right? But anyway, he said, no, give me 5 stones. That's what he told him. I don't need all this armor. I got God. And they looking at him like, bruh, you see who you going against? Do you? Like, what are you talking about God right now? This ain't a time to talk about God. And he said, listen, give me my stones and a slingshot. If I'm not mistaken, my nigga said, give me his stones and a slingshot. That's all I need. And I got my God on my side. So he went out there. And David still ain't really know, you feel me? He ain't really know what it was going to be, but he knew that he had God. right? Even Goliath was cracking up. He was like, oh, yeah, this finna be an easy one. I mean, he was looking over like, y'all see who they sent out here? This little redhead? This little dude? Watch this. And David, like, y'all don't even know that I'm equipped for war. I'm equipped, baby. I got God, and that's all I need. Okay? So he go out there. He didn't even need all 5 stones. The first one. See, and this is what y'all don't be getting. Sometimes you think it takes so much to win these battles. And God said, just lean on me and watch what I do. Just lean on me. And watch how fast I can turn this situation around. So David slung, bang, 1 stone. He didn't even need all of them. 1 stone. He didn't even need to get up to where he had to throw no hands with him. Or stab him, no nothing, because God already knew you too small to try to go body to body with this nigga. We ain't gonna do that. God was like, all right, bro, I told you I got you equipped, so I'm not even going to allow you to get close to him. I really need y'all to hear this. He said, I don't even need you to get to where he can touch you. Some of y'all don't even understand that. If you just lean on God, he'll make it to where you can't be touched. David ain't have to go up there and tussle with bro and show how strong. He didn't have to do none of that. He had to have faith that God was his armor. And even when they tried to still make him take it, he said, no, I have to show them. He was so determined to show them what God could do. So he got out there and he shot that thing, and right there, it took him out. I think it like went inside and it took him out. 1 stone. Goliath was a big dude too. You know, some niggas you can shoot them and they still coming. You feel me? That 1 stone though. When you allow God to be behind that 1 stone, that'll be all you need. Okay? Next. All right. So we all know the saying, right? That God gives his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers. Give his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. We all kind of say that, right? We have to really think about that, though. He literally give his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers. So why, when we go through these things and we're feeling these emotions and we're up against the wall and we know we're at war, why would you think you can't get through it? See, it'd be easy for us to say these little quotes to people when they're going through things. I know it because I did it a lot. It's easy to get people tools and tips and stuff when it's not you. But when you are at war, why can't you say, well, I know if God allowed me to go to war, I gotta be strong enough to get through this. I already know that God equipped me with everything I need. I know it because he gives his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers. So if he's allowing me to go through this, he's gonna get me through it. He's going to equip me. He's going to be my armor. He will never. We have to understand the God that we serve. Sometimes I'll be like, do y'all understand what's going on here? Because God don't play like that. God is not going to send you into something that he think you cannot get out of. Good morning, Lil Cole. He will not send you into something that he feel like you can't get out of. That is foolish to even think. That is a slap in the face to feel like God will even allow you to, even when, okay, because I tell y'all have to understand the difference between him allowing and him causing. Okay? When we go through things and we put ourselves in certain situations, that we have to know everything is not God making things happen. If you pay a real close attention to the Bible, it says allow a lot of times. So when God allow you to go to war, it's because he trusts you. Okay? He trusted. He said, okay, I hate to do this, but I got to put you through it. I got to make you feel it. You're not hearing me. You're not feeling me. Something ain't clicking. Like the subliminals is not clicking. When I send it through this person, you're ignoring it. I'm showing you all of these signs, but you just keep ignoring it. So now I'm going to allow you to go through this storm so that you can lean on me, so that I can show you that I am the equipment that you need. Okay? So God will allow you to go to war. But you have to understand that if he allows that, it's because he knows that you're equipped. He already knows that he's going to provide you with what you need. But even in those seasons, he's not going to just put you through it and then equip you. He's going to put you through it until you learn the lesson that you need him. Once you can acknowledge, oh God, I see what you're doing. This is you. Okay. Or, because that's not always what you need to say. Sometimes you need to say, okay, God, what did I do to get me here? See, some of us are just looking for solution. You can't just get a solution, right? If you don't know how it was caused, because if God just gives you a solution, oh, baby, you're going to end up right back there. We have to start asking God, what did I do to get here? Where did I go wrong? Where was I disobedient? How did I end up at war? What is it that I did that makes you feel like now you need to show me? Right? What made you feel like I didn't understand your power? Because that's normally what it is that you have been ignoring him so long that he's like, now I got to show you. Okay? He will literally be like, all right, look. You ain't hearing me. You ain't paying attention to the signs. So I'm going to make you go through this. And he will keep you there. This is where y'all get lost. Yes, God will allow you to sit in your storm. So when y'all be depressed for 3 months, and 6 months, and a year, and 2 years, and 10 years, like it blows my mind that people are depressed for that long. Some people hate when I say that. But it's impossible that you truly are seeking God, listening to God, being obedient to God, and just depressed for 2-3 years. Like the God that I serve, he don't do that. He don't even allow that. He just don't. That's not how he treat his children. He just don't. He's not a negative God or someone who have ill intent. That's not God. And sometimes the problem is you're not identifying what's him and what's the enemy. So God is like, why are you mixing me in that? Why are you saying that why are you saying that I caused this? I didn't cause this. The enemy caused it. And until you can say, oh, wait, that was the enemy trying me. So let me go this route over here with God. Until you're able to just do that, he will allow you to stay there. Because what'll happen is if he pull you through once and then you just go right back into them same, he gonna allow you to go right back there because now it's like, oh, you still didn't learn. It's kind of like your kid that you gotta let touch the stove. Okay? You know how sometimes you gotta let the kid touch the stove to feel how hot it is? That's how our God works. He gonna send you all the signs. He gonna tell you 50 times it's hot, it's hot, it's hot. No. Don't do it. And then at some point, he be like, well, touch it. Go on and touch it. That's what you gonna do. You ain't listening to me, just touch it. She said, I was ignoring all the signs because I felt like that's what I wanted/needed. Now I have acknowledged and learned the lesson. I know it's only up from here. Thank you, God. Exactly. God wants us to acknowledge. He wants us to acknowledge him. And he wants us to acknowledge our mistakes. And not just, oh my God, I shouldn't have did that. Please pull me out of this and I'll do it. No, God, where exactly did I go wrong? God, how can I prevent this from happening? God, when did I turn my back on you? God, where was I disobedient? God, please, direct my steps, God. That's what he wants. He don't want them old dry, watered down. Oh God, please pull me through this. He tired of that. I'm just the messenger. He didn't heard that your whole life. Your whole life. I just told my homegirl yesterday, you got to get specific with God. We ain't getting specific enough with God. Let me see if it's going to let me send this to my sister. Oh, this let me send it to people from my other page. Oh, shoot. Ain't that something? I didn't know I could send this to people. But yeah, we got to get specific with them, y'all. Should I wish there was a rewind button so I can have you repeat that? Our God does not want us to press. Absolutely not. That's one thing you don't do. That's one. If you sitting in depression and you just like, God, why did you do this to me? Like, that is a foolish statement. He never wants us to be depressed. God is trying to work on you. Be thankful that he even listening to you. Because some of y'all, us, was ignoring him for so long. But the grace and mercy that he had, like me, I don't know about y'all, but ain't no nigga about to come texting me after 2 years. Like, I'm sorry. I've been thinking about you every day, but I just should have reached out. I know that I went and did this and this and this. I know that I shouldn't have messed with this person. I know I shouldn't have did this. I know that I played you for your sister. And then I'm going to just let them back in. This is what makes him so amazing. Is that it just don't even matter how much we play him. He still have grace and mercy over our lives. And some of y'all still play with it, even after you know that. That's scary. That's scary, for real. So, God gives his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers. But soldiers go to war. Soldiers go to war. So all of this that we're doing, like all of this asking God to work on our heart, and we reading our Bibles and we watching our sermons and we tapped into everything that we can. If you're not going to go to war, when it's time to fight, when it's time to battle, all of that is pointless. That's pointless. It's pointless for a Marine or somebody in the Army or wherever you're going to be at in the Air Force to go through all of this military. I mean, all of this boot camp. But then you even get deployed. He sends you overseas. And then you get there and you're like, I'm not coming out of my room. Nah. No. Like, I knew that we was working out, and I know what y'all was teaching me and stuff. But no. Y'all, I'm going AWOL. Some of y'all have literally went AWOL on God. Y'all have went AWOL. Y'all done ran away from him. You literally have went AWOL on God. The moment it got real, the moment you realized that you were not just reading this Bible for nothing. See, something my grandma told me this weekend, and I actually spoke on it last week, but then my grandma put it into perspective again, and I had people sending me lives and stuff. But one thing that really stood out is that once you're attacked, the attack is good. The attack is good. War is good. Do y'all hear me? When God make you have to battle and fight, that is a good thing. That means God is like, yeah, I chose you. Let's go. Yeah, let's get it. He chose you. That means the enemy get nervous. I'm really trying to give y'all some game right now. When that pressure come in after you tap in with God, that is the enemy getting shook. The enemy trying anything he can. Making all kinds of stuff happen to your bank account. Might even make your man cheat. Because the enemy, what he do is he sneak in through people. Only the people that allow him to, though. See? And I can go real deep on that because my brain just went real deep. But I'm going to just say it. It's people around you right now that the enemy, they let the enemy in already. Okay? Some of y'all are going through a constant battle. Okay? A constant battle because the enemy is inside of people that's closest to you. And you just like, dang, why do I keep... Because you letting the enemy just... You kicking it with the enemy. You kicking it with him. Your discernment is not strong enough. You're not seeking God enough to where God is trying to speak to you and show you. See, when your discernment gets to this certain point, listen. And listen, Costa, this came to me yesterday for you, sister. Literally. And it may not resonate or it might resonate, but I was going to say it on training. But now I'm going to say it again. I mean, I'm going to say it right here because this is my ministry, right? Sometimes the voices that we hear, right? The enemy speak to us too. Okay? The enemy speak to us. I'm noticing it because he been speaking to me lately. Okay? And sister, I know you know why I'm saying this to you. So from what you said to me, now the deeper I'm thinking about it, is I need you to really pray to God for confirmation on that. Even though you think you heard him say that, I need you to ask him, confirm that that's what he said. Confirm that that is what he meant when he told you that, sis. Because I don't know why, but the more and more I'm thinking about it, I think that was the enemy messing with you. I think that that was God allowing the enemy to say that to see how much would you lean on him instead. When you said, do you think you can prove God wrong? I don't think that the goal is for you to prove God wrong. I think the reason you asked me that was because God was speaking to you, telling you to prove it wrong. I promise, sis, that is what is in my heart, is that wasn't God speaking to you. I think that the reason why you felt like, can I prove it wrong, was because that was literally God saying, no, prove that wrong. Because that's how the enemy will do. The enemy hear our prayers. So if the enemy know that you're trying to work on something, he'll step in and be like, He'll start whispering in your ear. You're not good enough. It's not going to work. That ain't the one for you. You're not smart enough. Like, the enemy will do that. I need y'all to hear this. He started speaking to me. I told y'all yesterday. He was telling me that I had too much church, too much God inside my mentorship. And it made me say, well, let me restructure some of my trainings. And what I realized was, hell no. It is impossible. Right? It is impossible. Man, hold on. I can't even skip past that comment you just made. Somebody just said, my baby daddy literally said, why do you always look to the sky? God up there. The devil right here. Look at me. All I'm going to tell you, God is telling you to get up out of there. One thing I can say, one thing that I can truly say to you, sis, is no matter how far I got away from God, no matter how far away, no matter how much I didn't own a Bible, I have never said that I was the devil. Like, and you being all in Bible and blunts and stuff, you can look past that. You can laugh. You can joke. And if you do, God gonna put you through some things that's gonna show you that you should have listened. One thing that God don't do, he don't play like that. He don't play like that. Like, I know I said God allow and all this, but he don't play like that. Like, I don't even know what I was about to say, because when I read that, it like took over my spirit. That is not how God play. When God is trying to teach you a lesson, see, and we have to realize this, y'all. As much as we want, and I have to remind myself, as much as I want everybody to understand God, okay? As much as I want, and I wish that everybody could just feel him and hear him and worship him and walk with him, the enemy gets in people and take them over. And when God is trying to protect you, allow him to. Please pray. And I mean pray and pray and pray and pray and pray and pray. Because baby, no. I have never had anybody say nothing like that to me. And I've been around some woozy people. But for somebody to say, look right here, that just blew my mind. That just blew my mind. She said, I hear you, sis. That came to me yesterday, and I'm so glad I continued to keep praying and did not allow the enemy to keep praying. Yes. 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 Sis, yes. She ain't respond yet, the girl that commented that. She ain't respond, but baby, you need to pray down. And you can't just pray and try to like, don't pray and like, see, because what we do is we kind of like pray. Like I told y'all at the beginning, like we'll pray with these expectations and like you got to really pray and ask God, okay, to reveal things. Okay? I don't know. She talking about he walked in, baby. You playing, you can't play like that. You should have kept this live up while he was right there. I'm going to tell you, just pray. That's all I can say to you. You got to keep praying. You shouldn't be laughing about nobody talking about the devil. Like, really tap into God. Really ask him to work on your heart. Really ask him to give you clarity. Okay? Tell him to remove fear. Because I'm feeling, I don't know why, but I'm feeling that you're scared. Just from the emojis you're using. I'm feeling fear. I'm feeling you already know that's a bad situation. That's what I'm feeling in my heart. And I don't know who you are. I can't even see your profile picture. But I'm feeling fear through this live. I'm feeling, yeah, I'm telling y'all this because for real, I'm scared. But I'm kind of trying to play with it. Like I'm playing about it so I don't make myself feel scared for real. But for God to even allow somebody to say that to you and for you to even be tapping into Bible and Blunts, it's something there. You're seeking God and God is answering. And baby, please keep seeking him. That's as much as I'm going to say on that situation. Because I can't put too much into it. The closer you get to God, you got to start praying for the people around you, or else the devil will start trying to use them as tools. That's what I'm telling y'all. God, the enemy will literally be inside the people around you. Like, it's crazy. Because once you're so full of God and you got that armor on, he be like, dang, I can't touch her. I can't do nothing with her. Every time I try, she's too protected. She's too guarded. Like, she's too good. Like, I can't touch her. Like, no matter what kind of entrance, no matter how I try to wiggle in there, it ain't working. So let me go to her man. Let me go to her cousin. Let me go to her mother. Let me go to her child. I'm really trying to tell y'all something. He will... Like, he can't stand God. Like, they are the worst enemies. Worse. Like, worse. They hate each other. So, anybody that's worshiping God, the enemy is lurking. I need y'all to watch that series I was talking about. Through the whole crucifixion, the whole time they was killing. Bro, the enemy was lurking. Lurking. Hold on now. Ain't nobody finna be messing with my mom. Yeah. Yeah, all right. That's one of the main ones that he step into. That's how everybody's so traumatized by their mamas. Enemy. Lurking. Lurking. So I'm about to close this out and bring it back because we made it to an hour. We started on time today. So it's 10 o'clock. I got to save this live and come back. So I need y'all back because we about to get into it. Y'all, this is a word today. I don't know what old girl got going on, but that's crazy. That's crazy, y'all. That's crazy. Like, I don't know about y'all, but that shook me. can't believe she just said that. Done blew my damn mind with that one. But she spoke up for a reason, though. That's all my heart telling me. Like, she spoke up for a reason. But now, the thing is this, though. Now that you've acknowledged it, I gotta wait till she get back because I need her to hear this for real. To have the devil in your house and praising God, strap up, sis. The battle is coming if it's not there already. Yeah. Yeah, that's scary. Man, that's scary, dog. Okay, she back. This is what I was saying, though. Now that you've acknowledged, this is how God works. See, we think we be ready to walk with Christ, but like, it's a battle. This is what I'm literally telling y'all. And it never stops. Like, it's just a continuous battle, continuous battle. So, once you start walking with Christ, and he show you things, you can't ignore them. Y'all, this gonna be pretty. I love when my hair be like this. Like, curly like that. But I'm gonna wet it while I'm in the shower. And when I wet it while I'm in the shower, it's gonna really give me that pie out. But, yeah. What I'm saying is this. When you start walking with him, God is going to put you through things. He's going to start revealing things to you. And then if you ignore him, the real battle going to come. See, right now, you in like a pre-battle. Hey, y'all, she in a pre-battle. I'm not laughing at you or nothing. I'm dead serious. Right now, you are in a pre-battle. See, a lot of us, we be in pre-battle. It's like the pre-game. Like, he just prepping you for real. And then, like, if you do it right, you don't even have to get all the way to war. Like, he'll put you through this phase of where if you just listen and you just be obedient in that season, you don't even have to go all the way to war. He'll be like, all right, I see. You don't need it. Okay, you good. You don't got to go and actually fight. You understand. You hear me. Right? But, if you ignore those storms, if you ignore those signs during that pre-battle, the pre-battle, when he prepping you and you ignoring the signs, it's like, it's a test, right? Right now, he testing you to see, do I need to take her through this real phase or is she going to take these signs right now? Because the fact that he told you that and then you typed it in these comments and now I done went on and on and on about it and people in the comments talking about it and stuff. Now the decisions you make afterwards, that's what God gonna judge. Because you can't say you don't know. That's why it's scary walking with Christ, because once you know, now you in trouble. You ain't in trouble when you don't know. That's why when people start walking with Christ and they're like, oh my God, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to cuss. I didn't know. You good then. You all right. You good. If you didn't know, you're not wrong. It's not that you're not wrong, but he's not going to really like penalize you as much. It's kind of like all right, here's your warning. But once you get past a warning, like it's with anything, you're going to warn them first. But then once they do it again, it's like, oh, you want me to show you? Like, you go to court, it's your first time ever being in court, they're going to dismiss it for real. We all kind of know that, unless you murder somebody straight out the gate. But, like, you do something small, they most likely going to dismiss it. And even if it's kind of big, they might even just give you probation. But when you come back, and now you got a record, so now we know that you know because you've been in court before. So you knew you weren't supposed to do this. You already know because I already gave you a chance. Now I have to show you the consequences. She said, my word at church was to stand down. She told the story where it was a few soldiers going to war, and when they got there, no one was there. Ooh, I ain't read that one yet. But that's true. That's true. Sometimes you can prep for war and God, like I just said, God to be like, I just wanted to see that you was ready. I just wanted to see that you was ready. That's what I literally just said that. He don't always make you go through the battle. He don't even always make you go to war. Sometimes he just want to see, what would you do if you almost got to go to war? How would you handle this when your back is almost against the wall? Like, he don't always make you go through what he could. He will just say, listen, I need you to stay right there. Go there and wait for the fight. You ever went to the bus stop? I don't know about y'all, but I live in Ohio. You ever walk to the bus stop and then your bus just don't come and you like, bro, what? Then you get home and you realize it's a snow day? I need y'all to really get the message. I don't know about y'all, but that happened a lot to me as a child. I live in Ohio. So it was a lot of times, we ain't had technology and all of that for real. I'm not that old, but I'm old enough to where the only way that you knew you didn't have school is if they either called your mom's phone or if you was watching like the news. Like, it was a channel you would watch and you would have to wait for your district to pop up. Like, and in Ohio, it's so many districts, so I would have to either sit there and wait or just go into my bus stop and see if my bus come or not. This is my truth, right? And that is how God will do you. That is how God will do you. God will literally just see how you will prepare to see if you will be ready to go to school. And then he'll say, now go home for the day. Go home and kick it. Go on and eat some snacks. You ain't even got to worry about school today. He want to see that you ready. You're going to get up. You're going to get dressed. You're going to be at that bus stop on time. And that is how life works too. If you just lean on him in time, if you just hurry up and lean on him, you will prevent yourself from so many fights. Right? Yeah, you know how like you'll get into something and your mama will be like, why didn't you just be quiet? Again, this could just be me, y'all. I was a menace. Okay? I was a menace. I was terrible. I was bad. Okay? I used to get into some trouble. I used to fight. I used to talk back. That's just who I was as a kid. And my mom used to be like, so why didn't you just be quiet? Like, when they are telling the stories, it sounds foolish. I would literally be in class like, shut up. Your breath stank. Teacher, be quiet, Ny'Asia. You be quiet. This was me, y'all. I'm not even joking. I put hand sanitizers in my teacher coffee. I was a bad kid. For real. Like, I really put hand sanitizer in my teacher coffee. I used to put locks in socks. I used to fight boys. Like, I used to do crazy stuff. And my mom would just be like, why? Like, what was the point? Why didn't you just sit down? Why didn't you just be quiet? Why are you bullying people? I was a bully so bad that I couldn't go to school until my mom came with me. In 3rd grade, though. In 3rd grade. That young. I was such a bully. I couldn't go to school until my mom came with me. And as a mom, that's so frustrating. Like, why can't you just go to school? Why? And that's how God feel like, why can't you just do it? Why do it take that now I had to make it to where you ain't got no money, you ain't got no car, you ain't got, like, why did we have to even get here in order for you to get it? Right? For real. Like, why? She said, you look like you bully kids. I did. I can be a bully right now if I wanted to. Some stuff just ain't you. I be having to stop myself sometimes because, baby, sometimes I step out of coach mode. Right? But that was the enemy in me. So I don't let myself go there. But yeah, everybody is a bully. Let me just go on and go there. Most of y'all just bully yourself. Most of y'all are making yourself feel less than. You literally bully yourself every day. knocking yourself down, making yourself think you ain't good enough, making yourself think you too fat, making yourself, messing up your own confidence. Most of y'all are bullying yourselves. Okay? A lot of people. You speaking because I had a situation I was in when I first joined 360, and I literally Coach C helped me walk away from it. But it keeps coming back, and I'm like, I know better now. If I go back, it's on me. Yep. Yep. It's on you. Once you know what you're supposed to do, if you go back into it, oh yeah, get ready for the lesson. And I think we don't understand that. Like, the moment you can understand that, I'm trying to tell y'all something. Your life will change. Once you know, oof, once you know that when you learn the lesson, you can't make mistakes twice. Okay? Last night, my granddad told me, and I heard it before, but you know, it's always good to hear from your people. What is this piece of hair right here, bro? That's ticking me off. What my granddad told me last night, he said a smart man will learn from his own mistakes. But a wise man will learn from other people's mistakes. And the problem is, some of y'all will sit on this Bible and Blunts. Y'all will hear me cry. Y'all will hear my testimony. Y'all will see the storm. Y'all will read these comments. And then you go right back and do the things that we told y'all. I told y'all what God did to me for doing that. But then you go right back and think that it doesn't apply to you or something. That is not how he works. The moment in your stomach you feel guilt, that is God. The moment you feel guilty for doing something, that is called conviction. That is called conviction. And then what happens is you allow your flesh to give you a reason to still do it. And that's the enemy. God speaks to us first always. We know what we should and shouldn't do the moment we do it. See, some people, right, like me, God convicted me for smoking. But I understood why. It's because my platform is called Bible and Blunts. So I have to show y'all, right? Yeah, okay, I might smoke a little weed. But I have to show y'all that no, you don't just need weed to worship him. I have to show y'all that the same work that God was doing on me then, oh, now he's going to do it times 10. So you have to understand your process, because I can easily allow the enemy to say, no, it's called Bible and Blunts, so that you can keep smoking your blunts and you can keep showing people the power of God when you smoke weed, so that you can keep showing people that you can still worship God and smoke weed, so you can show people how good you are while you're high, right? These are the things that the enemy was telling me when I first started Bible and Blunts. If you go back and watch my episodes, even I went back and watched one from like January, and I was mind blown. I was mind blown at my whole perspective. I was really thinking in that moment that I had to do this and I had to smoke weed, because that's who my audience is. That's how I'm going to pull them over to God. That's how. But the more that my discernment got stronger, the more that I tapped in and I asked God to work on me. Next thing you know, I'm falling into Bible scriptures and stuff that's telling me about the mouth and the words that you use and how cursing is foolish and da-da-da-da, right? And then he get to talking about committing sin, all of this, and it's like, oh, ding, ding, ding. I took note, right? When it comes to my cussing and smoking. Cussing was a big one. God convicts me for smoking, but it's not in a way that I felt about cursing. Okay? When it comes to smoking, I can truly say I don't feel a full conviction yet of him saying, like, done. Absolutely, don't touch it again. But when it comes to cursing, yeah, he just don't play. Like, the amount of times that he sent confirmation, like, he had me opening my Bible to it. Okay? In Bible and Blunts. Right? Literally. He knew I had to stop cursing. My grandma, she watched the whole Bible on blunts and didn't say one thing about the blunt. Didn't say a thing about the blunt. I was mind blown because my grandma, I don't know if she knew I smoked weed. I really didn't know. But the only thing that stood out to her was my cursing. God knows that on my spiritual walk, if I'm going to listen to anybody, I'm going to listen to my grandma. You got to have that too. You got to have a spiritual like advisor type thing. And thankfully it's my grandma. And she's the first person that took me to church. She's who I look at like, okay, yeah, that's the way I want to be. That she really is she really walked with Christ. Like my grandma I've never heard her cuss. I think I might have heard her say like hell or damn or something like that before, but I've never heard her cuss. I've never like saw her betray anybody. Like I just haven't. So last night I talked to my granddad, right? And me and my granddad talking because my granddad was pretty much offended that I went to my grandma before I went to him because my grandma is actually his mom. So my granddaddy was offended by it or whatever, and we was just talking about it, and he started giving me wisdom. So then I said, Granddaddy, what Bible do you read? And my granddaddy said, I don't read no Bibles. He said, I know the Bible, but I don't read no Bibles. He said the King James Version it's just been switched up too much. And he said, I believe in right and wrong. This is literally what my granddaddy told me. He said, I believe in right and wrong. He said, the Bible is telling you how to do right and to do wrong. He said, I believe in God. I have faith. So I choose to do right instead of wrong. And I was like, dang. Then I started thinking about my granddad and his character. Do my granddad curse? Yes. That's because he don't really read the Bible. Okay? So he don't even know for real. Like he don't care to know that kind of stuff. And I don't judge him for that. Because God, I'm not worried about my granddad because I know that God knows his heart. One thing I can say about my granddad, I can't tell you one lie that my granddad has ever told me. I literally cannot say one time that my granddad has lied. And he taught me this at a real young age. He said, I don't tell lies because you got to remember them. And if you ask Charles, I said that through my whole relationship. I probably have said it to y'all. He told me this when I was young, before I even went to college. He said, I don't tell lies because you got to remember a lie. My memory ain't that good. And I can truly say I don't remember a time that my granddad has lied to me, right? And he told me straight out his mouth, he said, I read Buddhism. I read Muslim. He said, I will read any religion because I want to understand. He just want an understanding of what other people think. He said, but at the end of the day, I move on faith and I do what's right. And the reason I can walk on faith is because I know I'm doing what's right. And I was like, ooh. I didn't get offended at all that my granddad said he ain't read the Bible. Because at the end of the day, it still came back to he has faith and his heart is good. My granddad, if y'all know my granddad, he's a maintenance man. That's what he do. Like he worked in steer. He worked in all kinds of stuff, but he's an entrepreneur. He's been an entrepreneur for as long as I know. My whole life, my granddad has been an entrepreneur. And he fixed everybody, like he does washing machines, like he installs AC, like he do that kind of stuff. He went to the military. He's that. And he said to me yesterday, when I do work, when I go to people's house and work, I don't want contracts. He said, people try to get me to sign stuff. He said, I don't do that. I work on faith. I work by faith. This is literally what my granddad said. He said, I work knowing that if I do my best job, God will pay me in some kind of way. He said, so if that person tell me they're going to pay me in 2 weeks and they don't, somebody else going to pay me. I was like, dang. He's like, I don't believe in all of that signature stuff. That don't do nothing but just cause commotion. I'm trying to tell y'all, God is giving me some wisdom that I literally can't sleep on right now. But that's what I asked him for. I sat on the phone with my granddad for an hour. Day before that, I went to my granny's house. 2 days before that, I was on the phone with my grandma for 2 hours. Right now, God is in the season of giving me the gems. It ain't about the money and all that. He's giving me the tools. Ooh. Remember what I said worship means? Equipping us with the weapons. Weapons is a tool. He's giving me the tools that I'm going to need to really get through this life. And I'm even tell y'all something else my grandpa said. Because he asked me, what did my grandma do? He said, did mama give you some money? That was really what he wanted to know, y'all. He crazy. That's what he wanted to know. He said, did mama give you some money? He said, because if mama gave you some money, you should feel real good. This is literally what my grandpa told me. The ones in 360 know if my grandma gave me the money or not, right? But he said, if mama gave you some money, you should feel real good. He said, mama don't get nobody no money. She don't believe in it. She'll tell you how to fix it, but she not giving you no money. And it's crazy, y'all. Because what I'll tell y'all, my grandma literally said, I'm not giving you no money. She said, send me the address to your credit card companies and I will send payments. But I'm not giving you no money. So technically, no, she didn't give me no money. But what my grandma did tell me was that I have to save 10% of everything that I make. She said no matter what she's been through in her life, she put away 10% every day. Every day. She put away 10%. I was like, ooh. So then when my granddad asked me if she gave me some money last night, I said, no, she gave me a tool. I said, she gave me a strategy. I said, she told me she put away 10%. He said, that's in the Bible. That's what brought up the Bible, because he said, that's in the Bible. And I was like, yeah. I said, well, granddaddy, I've been paying my tithes. I said, I pay those every week. And this is my granddad's perspective, right? He said, no. He said, see, you can take the Bible the way that you want to. Listen, I'm telling y'all what he told me. And I can only pay it forward, and you take what you want. I'm still paying my tithes and paying myself 10%. But this is what my granddad told me. He said, the Bible say give 10% to the house of the Lord. And he said, people believe that the house of the Lord is a church. I believe that the house of the Lord is me, because the Lord is inside of me. I house the Lord inside of me. So I pay myself 10% because God knows that I'm going to need that when I don't have nobody else. And that's his perspective. Good morning, Cam the Genius. Good Graham. Rising. Happy Monday, baby bro. But this is my granddad's perspective. He said God told him to pay 10% to the house of the Lord. And since he knows the Lord is inside him, he put that 10% in his savings. That is his perspective. And I said, dang, that's deep, granddaddy. And I voiced to him, well, I'm just going to prepare to take 20% out of my income. Because to me, my heart is telling me to still pay the church. It's been working. But God, I'm also asking God for financial stability. I'm asking him for strategies. So if I can take 10% to give to the church, I can take 10% to give to myself. I can do that. I can do that. So this morning when I woke up, I transferred some to my savings, and then I got what I'm going to give to my church. So I don't know who needed that, Jim. Mari said, period. I'm glad I'm hearing this because I pay mine to my church. I'm finna start saving, period. Thank you, granddad, because I feel him. My house is the house of the Lord. Look, God, I'm just a messenger. I'm telling y'all what my granddaddy told me. I trust him. I trust my granddaddy. But you got to follow your heart. Follow your heart. And this is one of those things. I don't worry about if my granddad is going to be in heaven when I get there. Oh, he going to be there. Because he got a good heart. Okay? So, I'm giving y'all the real spiel. My granddad just told me that he read books on Buddhism. And he said, I'm not in no religion. Straight up. He said, oh, no, I don't claim that. I just claim God and faith. I do what's right. And I 1,000% respect him. I don't care how nobody feels. That's my granddaddy, and I'm going to stand beside him like, yup. But I believe in God. I'm following Christ. I believe in Jesus. Like, my granddad, he don't believe in all that Jesus and stuff. Like, he really don't. And there's nothing wrong with that. As long as his heart is good, in my opinion. Okay. So, this is the next bullet point I have. We got 3 more bullet points, y'all. We are all soldiers. Okay? We are all soldiers. There is nobody that don't go to war. Every single one of us are going to go to war. But what truly makes you that soldier, right, is getting through the war. What's really going to show God that you have allowed him to equip you, that you trust him, that you believe him, that you knew that it was inside of you, is making it through the war. It ain't just, oh, God put me through this battle so I know I'm good. No, how do you handle it? What do you do when he put you in that? How do you feel? What actions are you taking when you at war? What weapons are you using to equip yourself? Who are you allowing to be your weapon? Who are you allowing to equip you? Okay, so we are all soldiers. It's not one person right now that's under my voice that is like, okay, Rory, that's cool. I know that's gonna work for you, but when I go to war, it's a wrap. No. That's not how God. We are all soldiers. You just gotta get through the war, right? And like I just said, sometimes you ain't even gotta get through it. You just gotta be willing to show up. And I need to find that story that somebody was just talking about where she said the soldiers showed up, but the war wasn't there. Right? Cam said, if you really think about it, you are your own Bible because it shows your walk in faith, no matter what you believe. I agree. I ain't going to say you your own Bible because there are certain things that I just wasn't aware of until I opened the Bible. But I will say that you are your own, like, you are the test. Like, what you do shows whether or not, I mean, yeah, whatever. You walking in faith, yeah. Whatever you do, it just shows the faith that you have. It shows, because the reason I won't say that I am my Bible is because the Bible is a resource that has answers that I don't have. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you think you your own Bible, then you'll think you know all the answers. And the truth is, you don't know the answers. Not saying you got to read the Bible, but you at least got to go to God. Like, you got to go, you got to outsource. You have to outsource. So I just can't really say I am my own Bible because I understand the Bible is a resource. So I know I have to outsource in order to continue to grow and be able to continue to walk in my faith and to continue to have that faith. Like, I can tell myself all day, but there is just certain things that I still need. Like, it's still principles that I still need. Like, I still got to look things up in the Bible. Like, even if it makes sense to me, I still have to get some confirmation. And some people, I mean, everybody get their confirmation different. Some people like, I'm just going to pray and let God show me. Or I'm going to go to my cousin and I know she know all the right answers or whatever, right? But I don't know why, but it's just hard for me to say that I am my own Bible. I definitely get what you're saying. I definitely get what you're saying because I always say God is inside of us, right? And as long as you're seeking him, he'll answer you. But even with that, I don't know. That's hard to explain what I'm thinking in my head. But basically, like, I just know that I have to outsource. Like, even with what I know, and even if God answers me, I still have to outsource. Like, it's still people that, like, I don't know. It's kind of hard. I feel like you can know the answers, but they're locked away. Just how you can have God with you and not know him, if that makes sense. Yeah, we always already know the answers. Well, no. Because God will put you in situations that you won't know the answer until you go to somebody else. He will put the answer inside somebody else. The answer is just not always inside of us. The answer is sometimes being able to ask God, but he's not going to just let you solve your own problem all the time. If y'all get what I'm saying. Like, yes, it's inside of us, but the way that God is set up, we need other people. He make us need to meet other people. You have to talk to other people. You have to get in. I had to talk to my grandma to know these things. I had to talk to my granddad to know those things. So, like, even though, yeah, what you need is inside of you, God is inside of you. Well, once God speaks to you, he's going to send you to other people to get confirmation. And if you block that out because you just think you got the answers, good luck. I say that because the disciples had trials just like anyone on this earth. The Bible was a guide to help your walk. Exactly. Exactly. The disciples, yeah, that's true. The disciples was, but everybody, I'm not going to say that. The disciples even needed each other. God needed Abraham. I mean, Jesus needed Judah. Jesus needed Daniel. Jesus needed, like, he needed those people to walk with him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not talking about just like saying that you actually need the Bible, because the Bible is obviously telling their stories. So I'm not necessarily saying you have to have this book. I'm saying that the answers are not just all inside of you. Even no matter how much God is inside of you, you have to have other people to even get to what he has for you. It's impossible. That's the way he's designed us. It's impossible to solve problems alone. To just think that as long as I'm here and I'm seeking God, I'm going to get through this. No, because God going to be like, well, you got to go do this. You got to go talk to them. You have to, you know what I'm saying? No matter how much faith you got, you can have faith all day, but you got to go do the things that the faith is pushing you to do. They had to walk in faith. They had to walk in faith. We have to find our walk in faith. Exactly. And when you're walking in faith, you're going to have to go to other people. It don't matter exactly. She said, look at Adam and Eve. No matter how much faith Adam had, he wouldn't have been able to be a woman. Like, he could believe all day. He could have believed all day. Yeah, I'm supposed to. But it's impossible. God knew he needed Eve. He made her come from the rib and whoop. He knew he needed that. So I guess I just want to say that never think that because you have faith, you can solve it yourself. That's not how our God works. It don't matter how much faith you have. Having faith is trusting God and his children. He said a million times, honor thy neighbor, treat thy neighbor, love thy neighbor, love your enemy. Like, the truth. That's why y'all come on. Exactly. That's why we need this. Like, that's why people come to Bible and Blunts. Because there's certain messages that you're just not going to get yourself. Y'all wasn't going to talk to my granddad. Y'all wasn't going to talk to my grandma. So if you didn't get on this live, that knowledge wouldn't have came to you right now. You feel me? No, it's not. He said, right, it's an outlet for the lost. No, it's not. This platform is not an outlet for the lost. Because really nobody is on here really letting things out. But it's not an outlet for the lost because there's people here that's walking with Christ every day. So it's not necessarily that they're lost. And Kim, I'm going to just tell you to pray a little bit deeper, because I get what you're trying to say. I definitely get your intentions. You're saying, like, as long as you're walking in faith, you're good. But you have to understand that you have to go to other people. Like me, I'm full of faith. I'm 1000% full of faith. But God tells me I need to watch Michael Todd. I need to watch Sarah Jakes. I need to tap into those people. Because regardless of how much faith I got in my walk, right? No matter how much faith I got, there's a testimony. God ain't going to put me through the test. He putting them through those tests so they could tell me. God literally directed me to Michael Todd the first week of January for me to see that his son was autistic. I know it. He showed me that so I can see what it looked like to still be a family full of Christ and to see how to love on an autistic child. The first episode that I watched of Michael Todd, he spoke on his son being autistic, right? So God knew I needed that because my son was about to be diagnosed a month later, right? So it doesn't, like, walking in faith is trusting God's children and knowing that you need his children. See, we want to walk in this thing and think that as long as I got God, I don't need nobody. No. Needing God and having God is understanding that you do need other people. If we're being real. Like, God, you're not humble if you think that you just need yourself and God. God, like, what? You think you that, oh, you think you that raw? He like, oh, I see. She thinks she just that. Like, she don't need nobody else. She don't need to hear his story. Like, we don't go through things. Like, when we talk about telling our testimony, like, you got to think about you. You have a whole organization. So, if people didn't need it, what would be the point of you having that organization? People need that. And people aren't going to say, oh, I no longer need him. Oh, that organization is only for people that's hurt. No, it's people that's going to grow and they're going to stay. Right? Because God made you create that organization to continue to help them grow. Like, you need people. That's just the bottom line of that. So let's go to the next thing. All right. So beating war. Beating war is the key to your testimony. Overcoming war, winning the war. That is the key to your testimony. You have to get through the war. You got to get through the fight. You got to get through the battle. Exactly. Here y'all go, typing the same thing. She said, God put people in place to help. And then on that platform, she said, God puts exactly what we need right in the place at the time, right when we need it. When it comes to growing with him, I got, at the right time, when it comes to growing with him, I got 360 right on time. I've heard sermons right on time. He said, I am, but it's hard to get the right words for me. I don't mean to do it. It just comes out weird. Yeah. So yes, you got to fight through the war. You got to get through the war. You have to win the battle. Okay? We have to win the battle so that we'll now have a testimony. So now we can see how powerful God is. So that we can see that he was really our armor. So that we can see that he's really protecting us. We can see. Right? We can see. We get it, Cam. You know we right here with you, brother. We right here with you. But you have to get through that battle, y'all. The only way you're going to get to that testimony, the only way you're going to be able to say, look what God did for me. You good, Cam. You do not need to apologize at all. You absolutely do not have to apologize. You know we locked in. You my little brother. I be talking to you about my mom. My mom know you. My mom know Cam. She be like, Cam? I be like, yeah, that's my little brother. I can't wait to meet Cam and post a picture. I'm going to just hug all of them like, that's my baby brother. I know I'm going to meet you. I know. When I say, I be knowing stuff. I know I'm going to meet you. So, yeah. Right? Y'all, we got to get through the battles. Okay? We have to get through the battles. We have to get through the fights. That's the only way we can show God's work. That is what this whole thing is about. Every time Charles read the Bible, y'all, every time my man read the Bible, he like, it's just faith. Every time he reads something in the Bible, he say, babe, it's just faith. Like, and that's why what my granddad said makes sense. He said he got faith, right? Literally, because that's all the Bible is, a bunch of parables, which just means a bunch of stories, right? About faith and showing how having faith works. Showing how having faith and what God can do when you have faith. That's it. So the whole reason he sent his son out there was just to show what it looks like, right? To show his work. So now, if you're wanting to be one of his disciples, right? We want to walk with Christ. That's who his disciples was. Okay? Right? When that happens, when you want to be one of his disciples, you now have to walk in faith, allow him to work, but you have to tell people. That's all his disciples was doing. Hey, y'all, look. Let me show y'all what he can do. Come here real quick. Let me show you. Like they weren't playing. Come on, bro. Let me show you real quick. Hey, I'll fight him. David, like, I'll fight him. Throw me out there. I know it look crazy, but throw me out there. Okay? That is faith. Me starting a ministry with the word blunt in it, that is faith. Do y'all know the comments? Most of y'all do. The comments that I've received, and I can't even imagine what it's going to look like when Bible and Blunts blow up. But God already told me it's going to blow up. He already told me, like, I'm going to be on these interviews and stuff I'm going to be such a changed person. See, and the only difference between somebody that's successful and somebody that's struggling is the belief. Like, I already know what's going to happen. I already know. Like, Bible and Blunts ain't going to just, like, it's not going to just shut down. Like, it's not. It's a purpose behind this. I know that Bible and Blunts it's going to be mind-blowing when God is done working on me. Right? We just getting started. We're only a few months in. So at my year mark, it's going to be crazy. But I got to have faith. I got to keep showing up. I have to keep showing up. Do y'all know what it look like? Like every 3 times a week, I have to be here at 9 o'clock. If I don't do nothing else, I got to be here at 9 o'clock. Today, I had to move my workout back. Now I got to get to the gym at 6:30. Right? I got to get there at 6:30 so I can be done by 7:30. Get home, have the kids ready, love on them a little bit, take them to daycare, get back, get ready. Like, but I have faith that this is going to be worth it. I have faith that God told me to do this. Okay? Like, I have faith. You got to have faith no matter what it looks like. That's why I show up when it's 4 people and have the same energy as when it's 30. Because I have faith that at some point, it's going to be thousands of people on here. Right? So and I know that faith, this is the key. Without work, is dead. Faith without work is dead. So I could say all day that Bible and Blunts is going to blow up. But if I don't show up, how it's going to blow up? How they even going to know what Bible and Blunts is? I'm the prime example. Faith without work is dead. Anything I do, when God tells me that I'm supposed to do it, can't nobody stop me. Can't nobody stop me. Once God, like Bible and Blunts ain't going nowhere. 360 Wealth ain't going nowhere. Those are 2 things that God have 1000% confirmed I'm supposed to be doing. Those are probably the only 2 things right now. Okay? Period. Faith. Faith said keep doing Bible and Blunts. It don't matter what it look like. It don't matter who there. Okay? And faith said keep doing 360 Wealth. Keep mentoring them people. It don't matter if 3 people there. Keep showing up. Keep teaching yourself. Keep meditating. Okay? It don't matter what I feel like when God is... I'm trying to tell y'all, okay? There are days when I literally don't know how I'm going to show up on Bible and Blunts. But I tell God, I'll show up if you deliver the message. I'm not lying to y'all. There have been many a days that I said, God, the only way that I can do Bible and Blunts today is if it's you. I don't have the strength right now. I don't have the courage right now. Like, I can't do it. The only way I can do it is if you show up. I'm going to walk down there, but I need you to deliver the message. And those are my most powerful messages, is when I don't want to do it. So if you fold when you don't want to do it, you're going to miss what God is really trying to do. The message that God is really trying to push through you. Okay? He said, no alarm clock needed. My passion wake me up. That's one thing I always hear E.T. say. And that's straight up. That's what I start realizing. See, some of us, and I can go all day on this, and I don't want to get too deep because I'm trying to keep it under 2 hours. But you're not passionate enough. If you can sleep until 9, 10 o'clock, you don't want to get up and meditate. You don't want to work out before those hours. You don't want to spend that time with God in the morning. Because when you're so passionate about something, you're going to do it no matter how it feel, no matter how it look. Just like I just said about Bible and Blunts. I'm passionate about this. I'm passionate about this. God, he answers everything. When it comes to Bible and Blunts, y'all, I did these notes at 8:56. I sat down to do these notes at 8:56, and I was on here at 9:01. Look how many notes he gave me. I haven't picked this pencil up. This was 4 minutes. This is what he gave me in 4 minutes. Because he knows my heart. Okay? He knew that I wasn't letting up. He knew that. He knew. Okay? He knew that I knew I had to be at Bible and Blunts. He wasn't about to sit there and make me stagnant and have a brain fart. He said, you have to be on camera in 4 minutes. So here you go. And as I'm writing, boom, 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 boom. Or I could have been like, I don't have no notes today. I ain't showing up. No, that's not how he works. Okay? She said, I just want to encourage you to continue keeping the faith and pushing. Pray until something happens. Absolutely. Okay. And this is the last note, and then we're finna open up the Bible. Warship, right? Warship with an A, which means a ship equipped for war, right? Meaning war. Okay, let's just say war. War never stops. So worship can never stop. Worship never stops. So your worship can never stop. God is going to keep getting you ready for these battles. He is going to keep applying pressure. He is going to keep making you go to war. So you have to keep worshiping him. You have to keep showing him your respect. Okay? Again, worship with an O means the feeling or expression of reverence. Reverence means deep respect. Deep respect for something. To show deep respect. So, to worship God means to feel or express deep respect for him. Express mean make some noise. Let him know. Talk to him. Like we have facial expressions. God don't want no facial expression. He don't want you to be like, well, sometimes, because I'll be like, baby, he's the only one that just saved you. But God wants you to worship. He wants you to say, I hear you. I trust you. I need you. I love you. I surrender to you. God, please. I respect you. I can't do it without you. He want to hear it. There we go, Shantae. The power in the voice. Oh, he don't play. I'm glad you went 360 now so you could just see how everything be aligning. Now let's get in this Bible because we got 10 minutes left. So where do y'all think we gonna land today? Where y'all think we gonna land today? Where y'all think we finna land today? I think we landing it. Where do I think we landing? Where do I think we landing? Where do I think we landing? I think we landing in Job. But where do y'all think we landing? Costa say we getting marked today. Now I got my Bible like you. We twin. Period. She said, I put all my tabs in them because I found it in the couch. You found this Bible in the couch? Ny'Asia. Okay. Jada said we in Ny'Asia today. And Cam said we in Psalms today. And Stoney say we in Matthew today. But Jamila say we in Psalms today. And Zakia say we in... Oh, they trying to mess up my flow. We back. Okay. Zakia say we in Psalms today. Jamila say we in Psalms today. And Costa say we in Mark today. But Stoney say we in Matthew today. Kim say we in Psalms today. And my girl Jada say we in Nehemiah today. But where do y'all think we gonna land today? Lisa say we in Exodus today. And Stoney, oh, I already read that. But we in Matthew today. Let's see what God got to say. That's where he took me. Jeremiah. It's crazy. When she said Nehemiah, this is exactly what came to mind, was Jeremiah. And y'all know and 360 Wealth, we actually reading the book of Jeremiah next in Bible Book Club. She said, I bought rose gold tabs with the Bible in the case. But when I opened it, I lost the tabs in the couch and was looking for them a whole hour. I was up till 2 a.m. Ah, dang. What's gold tabs? Show me what you're talking about. I need to see what that is. What is that? Like little stickers you put in your Bible? See, I'm real. I don't like stuff like that. My mind, like, I cannot handle, like, clutter. So I think if I start having stuff sticking out my Bible, it will literally, like, trigger my brain. I don't know what it is about my brain, but, like, I think I get what you mean. I don't think I can do that, though. Yeah. I really don't think I can do that. It's labels for the chapters. Yeah, I can't do that. That will have my brain doing the Watusi. Seeing stuff sticking out my Bible. Like, I almost thought about cutting this thing off. I don't know what it is about stuff like that. You know, our brains just do stuff. I don't like this. Sometimes I, like, fold it so I can't see it. Like, my brain don't like that. Like, my page, it's a page in here. Let me show y'all this. And I said, why did God play with me like this? Because if you know me, like, if I'm writing and I write something wrong, I'm ripping the whole page out. I could be on the last line. But if I write something wrong or, like, the end of the page, like, fold, and I've been like this since elementary. If, like, the page, like, fold right here or something, oh, I'm rewriting that whole thing. I don't know what it is about stuff like that. I wish I was like that with my house, with keeping it clean. Okay? But anyway, let me show y'all this weird page. And I said, why would he do this in my Bible? And he know that I hate stuff like this. Look at this, y'all. It's this one page in my Bible. Look at this page. Where'd it go? Hold on. I'm going to show y'all this page. Y'all going to be like, what the heck? This ain't the page. Where is that? I see it all the time because I'd be like, why is this like this? All right. He ain't trying to let me show y'all right now. But it's this one. Oh, wait. I just seen it. Look at this page. Okay. We right here. We on 748. But look at this one page in my Bible. Like, how is this like this? This is the corner of the page. This is the corner of the page. Y'all see that? How the page is, like, bigger than the rest of the pages. It's hard to show. Oh, okay, now y'all can see. Y'all see that? The page is, like, bigger than the rest of the pages. So, I think I'm going to, like, cut that to just make it fit. But I kept it because I just was like, why is that like that? And that's stuff that I hate, stuff like that. So, for a book to have a page like this, I don't know. Maybe I need to read that. Ezra. I'm going to read that. I'm going to read that today. Yeah, maybe. I'm going to read that. I'm going to read the book of Ezra 1 through 4 today. It's probably a word in there for me. I'm going to definitely read that today. Because I don't know. We're going to read it. But anyway, y'all. Let's see what God got to say. Well, I'm going to read where it took me. I don't really know what this means yet. I got to reread it, though. But it took me to Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 5. Dang, Jessica. She said I would have went and put it under the mattress to flatten it out. Exactly. I hate stuff like that. This one, I got to cut it to get it right, but I'm going to read it today. He directed me to that for a reason today, so I'm going to read it today. So Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 5. If thou have run with the footmen, and they have wearied you, then how can you contend with horses? And if in the land of peace, where you've trust, they worried you, then how will you do in the swelling of Jordan? Okay? Let's do it. Is my girl Riri still here? I ain't heard Sharina. I ain't seen her name. Jose ain't here today neither. I wish Jose had like Instagram or something I could text him. So, let's read it again. She said, that's at me, OMG. So I want y'all to type. Y'all know I need y'all in the comments. Tell me what it means to you. What message are you getting? Okay? If thou have run, I'm going to say it how, okay. If you have run with the footmen, so if you've been running with the people who walking on foot, and they have you weary, then how can you contend with horses? And if in the land of peace, where you have trusted, they weary you too, then how will you do in the swelling of Jordan? Mm. She says, stop dealing with the people that hurt me and praying that I'm still going to get good when they worried me in the first place. Okay. Okay. This is why I love hearing different people's perspectives. I love the Bible because there's no right or wrong. It's just the message you needed. Okay. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tell you that this is what I got to, what my sisters over here are saying, right? Jamila said, I feel like God is saying, if we can't handle the small tasks, how can we handle the big task? Elizabeth said, if you cannot handle the small things, how will you handle the big things? Costa said, to me, it's saying, if you can't handle the small, how you going to do with the big? Hey, y'all ain't playing. They all typed in 3 different things the same exact way. I mean, 3 different ways, but the same thing. But that's what I got from this, too. He said, so if you already ran with the people on foot, right? Basically, like, if the people that's walking got you worried and nervous, how you gonna contend with the horses? If you can't handle the people that's walking on foot, how you gonna contend with the people that's moving faster and bigger when the bigger problems come? When the more aggressive things come, when the things that's stumping a little bit harder come. Right? Then he said, and if in the land of peace, where you should trust, that worry you too, then how you gonna deal with the big deal? He said with the swelling of Jordan, meaning when it get big and it get crazy. I believe Jordan was like a city or a place back then. So like, how you gonna handle, like if you can't walk, how you gonna run? How you gonna jump? How you gonna do some cartwheels? If you can't crawl, how you gonna walk? If you can't handle the small battles, how you gonna go to war? If you can't make it through boot camp, how you gonna be in the military? If you can't show up for 5 people on Bible and Blunts, what make you think you're gonna show up for 1,000? I'm just the messenger. I'm just the messenger. I mean, that's plain as day. That's what I got. So, y'all, we done hit another hour. So, we about to get out of here. I need y'all to come right back. We finna pray. And we done. Okay? Don't miss this prayer. Get y'all butts back here. Get back here. Woo! And my thing is, y'all, this aligns so crazy. Don't it just align so crazy with the word today? Because I don't. It aligned too crazy with the word today. What was this? 12:5. Okay. Y'all, this is a banger today. Hey, this whole episode was a banger. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Period. She said this one is a banger because how can we barely handle the small war but also trying to sign up for the Air Force? It don't make sense. It don't read. You can't do a push-up and you think you're finna make it through boot camp? I'm just giving y'all something today. She said, period. He got something big coming. So we need to learn to handle these small things so that we can get through the big stuff he got coming. That's it. I mean, that's plain as day for real. He said, if you run with the footmen and they got you worried. Like, girl, if you can't show up for 5 people, what makes you think I'm going to bless you with 50? Let alone 1,000. Like, it's plain as day. He literally said, if thou have run with the footman and they have worried you, then how can you contend with the horses? And in the land of peace, where you should trust, where you trust people, they worry you too. How will you deal with the swelling in Jordan? How you gonna deal with the big things if you literally keep folding? You keep getting worried. You keep doubting. You keep being in fear. You keep on allowing these small little things to stop you. What make you think I'm gonna bless you with the overflow? Like, that is just as plain as day, y'all. God is like, I'm not gonna keep blessing you. I ain't gonna keep blessing you. Let me not say it like that. But I'm not gonna keep putting all this weight on you. I'm not gonna tell you to lift 50 pounds and you cannot lift 5. It's not logical. That's not how our God works. He's very ethical. He's not unethical. So if it doesn't make sense, if you can't hold it, he's not gonna just put it on you. But that also comes back to these battles. When you're going through things, you have to understand that if he put you through it, you can get through it. But the way that you get through it is going to determine what he come with next. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had to take tests and stuff to graduate and to go to the next grade. And they're going to be like they do placement tests. And it's like, oh, so since you scored here, okay, then we know you need to be in this class. Right? But then if you get this crazy, amazing score, they like, oh, she need advanced classes. Like, I was in advanced classes. As bad as I was. This is why I knew I was never a dummy. Because as much as I got suspended, like, I got suspended 12 times, 3 years in a row. But as many times as I got suspended, I never failed. I'd be at home going through that homework like suspended, expelled, getting the homework done. Right? I never failed. I was never a dummy. Okay? And because of that, I was always in advanced classes. If you're from Mansfield, you probably know about TAG. It was a program called Talented and Gifted. I was always in that. Like, I was just always smart. I've been smart. Like, I was never, like, questioned about my intelligence. Now, my behavior, maybe. But my intelligence was never questioned. Right? Because I would pass the test. So God knew that I was qualified for that next grade. Okay? Now, my behavior might have said another thing. I might have been acting like a 5-year-old. Okay? A 13-year-old when I was 17. But my brain was never questioned. Because I always scored a certain score, I was always able to move forward. Okay? So I need y'all to really take that and actually really compare that to your life. Because just because you're not taking the exact actions, you know what I'm saying? Because you're going to make mistakes. I made mistakes. But I always passed the test. I might have beat somebody up. But when it was time to take those tests, I was passing them. That's why I graduated at 17. Graduated college at 21. Like, I was always on track. No matter how off track I was. I need y'all to not miss that message. Because just because you're not doing it verbatim, don't mean you can't pass the test. Just because your story and your walk and all that, it don't look like, just because you didn't solve the problem the same way, right? Just because you didn't do it the exact way that everybody else doing it, don't mean you can't pass the test. Your test might not look like everybody else's. Okay? So that's my word for today, y'all. And we about to pray about this thing. Cam said I had a word. I was going to say something before the live ended. Go ahead and say it before I pray us up out of here. What you got to say, Cam? Come on now. We got to pray. You must crawl to walk. You must be blind to see. You must be paralyzed to stand. And you must be hurt to heal. Yep. Because if you don't have bad days, what's the point of good ones? It's no such thing as a good day if you never had bad ones. You got to have something to compare it to. Right? It's not exciting to walk. Like, imagine if babies came out walking. Nobody would make a big deal once they start walking. But the fact that they came out lifeless, didn't even have the limbs and the bones to walk, that's what makes it so beautiful. It's the fact that at one point, they literally wasn't capable. Right? They didn't even have the mind to even think to walk. Right? But now, look, they're walking. My kids running. Right? They talking when they can only cry at first. Right? So you have to start somewhere. You have to understand that what it looked like right now is not what it's going to look like later. Unless you allow it to. Okay? It takes rain and sunshine to get a rainbow. You can't just have the sun and you can't just have rain. It takes both. It got to rain then sun. Then you get the rainbow. Don't forget that. So let's pray up out of here. Father God, I come to you today with an open heart and an open mind. I thank you for anyone that you allowed to hear my voice, whether it's live or it's later in the day. I thank you for allowing me to deliver this message today, and I pray that it resonated with each and every person in the way that you needed it to. I pray that today you just give us the confidence that we need to move through this day. I ask that you just make sure that we are equipped. Show us, do the work in our heart to where we understand that we're equipped. We know that any battle that you put us through is because you understand that we are the soldier fit for that position. We understand that sometimes we don't even need to go to war. We just need to be willing to go to war. God, I ask that in these seasons where we may not understand the war that we're going through, that you step in and you give us the courage and the wisdom to know that we need to lean on you in those situations, not ourselves. We understand that anytime that we feel like we are in war and we are at a battle, God, that is you crying out for us. And from this moment moving forward, God, we decide that when we are at war, we're going to seek you. We are going to call your name. We are going to worship you with an O when we know that we are at war with an A. We understand that we have to express our respect for you, God. We have to show that we have deep respect for you so that we can gain your respect, God. So today I ask you for forgiveness for anybody under my voice, for the known and unknown. I ask that you direct our steps and you give us the wisdom to understand when it's you speaking. I ask that you continue to just give us the soldiers that we will need beside us to go to war, God. I ask all of this in your name because I know that through you, all things are possible. I thank you in advance for all that you're going to do for all of us over our lives and in our hearts. And again, in your name, I pray. Amen. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Let's go. It's Monday. It's Monday. It's Monday. It's pop, pop, pop. Hey, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. Today started off amazing. I worked out. I meditated. I prayed. I wrote my letter to God. I'm ready to go. I done gave y'all the message. What y'all gonna do with it? What y'all gonna do with it? I'm about to go hop in the shower and get my day started. There's work to be done today. If you're here right now and you would like to be mentored by me, join my sisterhood, 360 Wealth. I would love for you to be around God-fearing, growing, like-minded women. I coach them every Sunday. Shout out to my girl Shantae. She our newest member. So just come on, y'all. We are in May. The goal is to be at 50, and I think we actually fell behind this month. I think we only at like 41. So let's get it. I'm looking for women. I would love to coach y'all, mentor y'all, love on you, give you some sisters that you never knew you needed. Okay, y'all. Let's go. Remember, y'all, when at war, worship. Okay? I know, Cam. He said, I'm waiting on the man division. I know. I know. I don't know about that, though. Hey, Eric Thomas. Hey, Eric Thomas just hosted his event this weekend, and it was called a 360 Man. That has made my day. Like, I heard it last week, but today, listening to him and his purpose behind it, and to know that I started 360 Wealth for women a year ago, and to see that God gave him that same vision this year in February, blew my mind. It blew my mind, because God knows how I feel about my dog, E.T. And to know that is crazy. It's alignment. God literally don't play about me. He always send confirmations. E.T. started, it was a conference he just had. It was called Being a 360 Man. I swear, it was crazy. She says, tell Charles to stop playing. I'm ready to sign my husband up any day now. Charles got to work. He working on himself right now. And then we're going to see what God placed in his heart. But he is doing his work, I feel like. And then once God finished working on him, I could absolutely see me and my man having the ladies and the gentleman 360. Let's go. But yeah, y'all. I love y'all. Go kill it today. Go after it today. Remember, it's yours. It's yours. It's yours. It's yours. If it's on your heart, it's yours. Go after it. When you at war, worship. Happy